Did Sengoku actually support the world government's tyranny? Ever since the God Valley incident ended, Garp's heroic tale spread across the seas. Everywhere, people talked about the hero of the Marines. But the moment he read that news, Garp tore the newspaper apart while shouting, "Bring Morgans here!" It was at that moment Sengoku said something that made Garp furious. According to Sengoku, even though he was aware of the world government's insane actions, all he could do was pretend not to know. Hearing that, Garp lost his temper, and the two even clashed for a moment. Years later, when Sengoku brought up the God Valley incident again, he never mentioned the bloody hunt carried out by the celestial dragons on that island, nor the fact that rocks sought to overturn the world. The young Marines, who knew nothing, assumed the Marines had acted with the utmost justice back then, yet Sengoku himself wasn't even present during the incident. There were many details he didn't truly know, and still there was always the feeling that Sengoku knew more than he let on. During the Ohara incident, Sengoku still held great trust in the world government. In his view, the Marines existed to carry out orders, nothing more. He didn't really understand why the scholars of Ohara were considered such a threat, but because they endangered the world government, he didn't question the orders. As for Akainu firing on the refugee ship, that wasn't Sengoku's command. Even Spandine from CP9 was stunned by the act. Still, the blame couldn't fall entirely on Sengoku. He was trapped in the middle, pressured from above, while his subordinates acted on their own. When Sengoku learned that many powerful criminals had escaped Impel Down, he tried to take the logical route, count the fugitives, announce updated bounties, and prevent chaos across the seas. But the world government instead ordered, "Keep it secret." That command left Sengoku utterly shocked and disgusted. Not long after, he submitted his resignation, leaving the chaos to his successor. At that point, it was clear that many of Sengoku's actions had unintentionally prolonged the world government's dark influence. But he himself had joined the Marines with the dream of upholding justice. It was just that the harsh reality left him with no choice but to become a pawn. 2 years later, after stepping down to become the Navy's chief inspector, that burden seemed to disappear. He finally lived a far more relaxed life, no longer bound like when he was fleet admiral. Many criticized Sengoku for not revealing the darker side of the incident to the younger Marines. But think about it. If he exposed everything, the celestial dragon's cruelty, the world government's schemes, how many Marines would still be able to handle that reality? How many would still want to serve what they believe to be justice? Like Garp, Sengoku chose to remain inside the system so he could still make small changes from within. So did Sengoku ever support tyranny? In my opinion, yes. He did indirectly support the world government's dark policies in the past. However, overall, his intentions were focused on maintaining stability in the seas and preserving balance. From the Marines' perspective, he wasn't truly in the wrong. He was simply a soldier following orders. 2 years later, it's as if he finally woke up. His demeanor changed, calmer, with a clearer view of the world. When Fujitora dared to challenge Akainu and allowed Luffy to escape, Sengoku was seen smiling behind him. He knew what was right and what was wrong.